Bill O'Reilly here, Thursday, March 19th, 2020. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. The first member of Congress diagnosed with coronavirus. One reporter implies the President of the United States is racist for using the words Chinese virus. The Navy deploys a hospital ship to New York Harbor. Another one goes to California. Car makers close manufacturing plants until April. Police in Philadelphia delay arrests for major crimes. Also ahead, bad behavior associated with the contagion. But first, Florida Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart tested positive for the virus after developing a fever and headache last weekend. The lawmaker now under self-quarantine in Washington. All his staffers are going to be tested for the contagion. ABC News reporter Cecilia Vega asking the president if he is racist for using the term China virus. Ms. Vega apparently believes Mr. Trump's language could lead to physical attacks on Asian Americans during the pandemic. The president defending his remarks, saying, quote, "It comes from China. I want to be accurate." The Navy deploying two military hospital ships, one to New York, one to California, to help first responders handle the outbreak. Governor Cuomo of New York confirming his deal with the Pentagon, saying the boat can help treat more than 1,000 patients and perform dozens of major operations. There are now 1,400 cases of the virus in the Big Apple. Ford and GM shutting down production facilities across the USA until March 30th. The automakers saying the move will help protect employees, dealers, and customers from the contagion. One worker has tested positive for the virus at a plant in Dearborn, Michigan. Philadelphia Police Commissioner Danielle Outlaw announcing new guidelines for her department during the crisis, delaying arrests for nonviolent crimes in Philadelphia. They are not going to be detained, the criminals, for burglary, possession of narcotics, and that means sale, prostitution, car theft, vandalism, and many other things. File it under Philadelphia freedom. In a moment, talking about bad behavior. There is plenty of it, virus-related. We will take you around the country and show you some appalling things that all Americans should object to. Right back. We aren't just witnessing the spread of coronavirus, we're seeing the spread of fear. It's driving the markets down and demand for basic necessities up. That's why I trust My Patriot Supply. They have older customers with health conditions, petrified to go out and living off their emergency food supply. Others under self-quarantine. Some just don't want to face the mob for a loaf of bread. So please go to preparelikebill.com and reserve your 2-week emergency food kit before they run out. These meals include breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and last up to 25 years in storage. The current wait is a few weeks because of the demand, but don't panic. They're working around the clock to fulfill your order. We have no idea how long this crisis will last, so it's important to be self-reliant. Please go to preparelikebill.com. preparelikebill, one word, .com. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day, bad behavior in the pandemic. While most Americans are cooperating, trying to get through the ordeal with dignity, some are not. Physical fights have been reported at stores like Costco, Target, Stop and Shop, Home Depot, Walgreens, Walmart, and others. Usually this stuff happens when people are trying to grab items off the shelves and there aren't that many left. So shoppers get mugged and brawls break out. In fact, hoarding prompted President Trump to hold an emergency conference with 24 executives from the nation's largest retailers to discuss safety at the stores across the country. Well, most stores have security guards, and they should be there arresting people, holding them for the police if physical altercations break out. The president says people should, quote, relax because products are available. They may run out, but they will be restocked. At the airport, you got problems. Irate passengers screaming at airline personnel in New York City, Chicago, Atlanta, other places, because lines for Americans returning from overseas can take 7 hours just to leave the airport. All the waiting is essentially for nothing because passengers are not being screened at the airport. They're just being backed up. They didn't swab us. They didn't take our temperature. They didn't do anything but ask us how we felt, one airline passenger told the press. So you can see some of the anger at the airport is justified. And then there are the celebrities. Trump hater Deborah Messing, the Will and Grace star, tweeted, quote, liar in chief, MAGA, Make America Great Again, have been unmoved by the 16,500 lies 45, that's Trump, has made since elected. Now that innumerable people, including MAGA, will die because of his lies and inaction, I wonder if MAGA will recognize that 45 must be voted out. Now, Ms. Messing is obviously not interested in reality. You don't have to support Donald Trump to understand that the federal government is doing everything it can to mitigate the plague. But Deborah Messing is a hater. I guess that makes her feel good. Bette Midler, quote, Donald Trump says he has tested negative for the virus. Why should we believe him? He has lied over 16,000 times in the past 3 years. Why would he not lie now? Insane? Yeah, that's insane. Ms. Midler continues. I'm not trying to add to the noise or craziness. Oh, no, Bet, you're not trying to do that. But Donald Trump is a effing madman. He thinks we don't remember all the jive he spewed for 2 important months. One more thing, none of this would be happening if not for the president. I mean, really. Now, there's nothing we can do about this. You file it under freedom of speech, and if you hate Trump, you can get irrational. But it's my job to call it out. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve that message by actually writing it. Next, something you might not know. It is shocking that your home can be easily stolen. That's a lesson Deborah learned when thieves found her home's title online, forged it, and then took ownership. In an instant, thieves legally owned Deborah's home, and actually, she got evicted and spent a fortune in legal fees trying to get her house back. The FBI calls home title fraud one of the fastest growing crimes. I urge you to protect your home with Home Title Lock. Thieves hunt legal documents online, forge them, stating you sold your home, then they borrow against it, and you get the payments. No insurance or bank can protect you. Only Home Title Lock does. You could already be a victim of title fraud and not know it. So please register your home at HometitleLock.com and enter BILL, B-I-L-L, for 1 month of free protection. That's BILL for 1 month free at HometitleLock.com. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The global pandemic is forcing millions of Americans to remain close to home, possibly for weeks. While many will not be heading to work, families still grapple with the same daily question: what's for dinner? As governments around the world scramble to find a vaccine for the virus, here are a few foods that can actually help boost your immune system to ward off disease of all kinds. According to researchers at Harvard and WebMD, the best items to eat during the outbreak are fruits and vegetables. Of course, that makes sense. The average American consumes more than 250 pounds of fruit and 400 pounds of vegetables every year. Sounds impressive until you check with the CDC. Only 1 in 10 adults get the recommended 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. To help fight infection, Add some celery, berries, raisins, watermelon to the menu. Each of these superfoods, as they're called, contains antioxidants, vitamins, minerals that help your body against infection. Dairy and meat are also good for the immune system. Doctors say yogurt and raw oysters have virus-fighting powers. Though I don't recommend eating them together, that might be off-putting. An apple a day, still good advice. The USA is the second largest producer of apples in the world, so you shouldn't have trouble finding one. Next up, spinach. The green leaf can lower blood pressure, great for your heart. The vegetable is native to Iran and was brought to the USA in 1806. Don't wait, however, because spinach loses a lot of nutrition after just 5 days from cultivation. Foods to avoid during the pandemic: corn and potatoes. The starchy carbs hold little nutritional value and are a quick way to pack on the pounds. The biggest obstacle to a healthy immune system is obesity. 40% of Americans are overweight, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes, you name it. So next time you have a choice, ditch the French fries and consider salad. Boring, but good for you, as Mom might say. Being at home all this time during the pandemic, you have a chance to reassess a lot of things in your life, from finances to nutrition to acting as a better person. Back after this. Let's talk about your mortgage. Are you getting the best deal possible? What if I told you there's a company out there that can save you $1,000 a month? Make a 10-minute call to get started. It's true, but only when you call American Financing. Get a free mortgage review from a dedicated mortgage consultant. No pressure, no upfront or hidden fees. Just a simple conversation about ways you can save. Maybe it's a lower rate, shorter term, or the ability to consolidate debt. They'll look at all those options and more, helping you decide if a new mortgage is right. You won't have to restart your loan term. Not every lender can do that, but American Financing can. So please make the 10-minute call now, 888-462-9557, 888-462-9557, or visit AmericanFinancing.net. American Financing, NMLS 182334, and MLSConsumerAccess.org. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.